Good evening, afternoon, in fact, everyone. Welcome to Roulette Rivals World Championships Winners Bracket Round 3. We have some action between ThatObserver and DaniButa. I'm now joined by Infofun, which is a surprise addition. How you doing, dude?
Hey, I'm doing well. I hope you are doing as well.
Doing good. Slight cold, but I'll power through. Should be fine. What's the worst that can happen, right? Yeah, New York now. You are the sensei to Observer on New York.
Yes, I'm very proud of his 6-0, sorry.
Yeah, pretty good stats. 6-0-0. Good stuff. Although not looking too bad on Danny's side as well. I mean, plenty of experience. 5-4-3, which is pretty good. Not quite the 6-0. But
Danny's still one of the, not just one of the best players, but one of the best players in short maps. So it's going to be a really close and quick start to this match. Do you want to start it with the New York spin?
Yeah, sure. We've got Athena Savalis, Electrocution as the investment banker. Now, plenty of choices, right? I mean, investment banker start, I'm guessing. Oh, instant difference.
I can see both work, and I think that's the main dilemma of New York. Do you want to start in the in your disguise, the investment banker or the janitor or bank teller, or do you start with the box standard security guard start and you get the disguise on your way up, and then you will be grabbing the disguise very easily too. But yeah, curious to see how it lines up with Observer.
Actually, yeah, because I always forget this guy's an investment banker. This actually might, I think Danny's strat might look a little bit better here, actually, because he's always going to have that one disc advantage.
On a spin quick enough, Danny's early disc will make the difference, because Observer physically cannot get the Meteor disc before, I guess, the 215 mark, because his Meteor is still in a very public area. So if Danny is looking for a very quick kill here, and they are both bringing in the taser, but it will be done with a loud pistol, I think. But it can be a quick one, just a bit tricky.
Yeah, I mean, so Danny's going up the other staircase here, so that means he hasn't taken out cams, I'm guessing, right? Which is always a little scary, depending on what he's got planned here.
The way Danny got the disguise, he threw the EMP after that on the camera box, so the evidence will be taken care of for him as well. But this is a really quick start for Danny, and 2 discs feels like a little bit ahead of Observer, but he can still catch up because Matteo won't be far away.
Yeah.
And Danny has to wait for Athena.
Yeah, this is definitely going to come down to the wire here. Danny would have actually been better there, peekabooing her into that side room. Because that's where, that would have, so already started bringing her towards a water fountain as well.
Yeah, oh, now this is going to be big because the door is still open, but I think the fact that Athena is far enough away from the door, her screams won't be heard. Danny gets the last disc, and it's just a long drag for both of them. I think it's 1 fewer bodies for Danny to drag, but he still feels behind at this point.
Yeah, this is 10. I mean, I think regardless, we're going to be probably seeing a photo finish here regardless. Oh, that is too bright from Obs.
It's horrible, yeah. he's been really hurting by these lightning issues, but get the kill done. This can get an extended illegal action depending on when he detonates, but it's far enough away from her. Yeah. These bodies are down, so all he needs to get is a last just pass in disguise.
Yeah, and depending on if Danny's going to skip the disguise by the look of it, because he doesn't really need it. He can just head straight to the exit. I think Danny's going to have this.
Great composure for Danny, waiting out that extra dot on the assistant. I think Danny only having 1 disc. Of course, now he has to do the meeting, but it's only going to be a photo finish. But I think the outcome will be known very easily now. 15 seconds or more. Danny's winning this.
Yeah, I think Obs will probably be waving this one, I think. Both first time. It's, it's unfortunate, but I mean, still, I mean, against anyone else, this would be really good from Obs. It's just that Danny just was unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, neither strat was particularly better than the other, right? I think that mainly came down to the decision for Obs to go back for that disguise. Almost, the discs at the end, but they weren't too bad. But,
I wonder what would have happened with Observer not taking disguise. There would have been some enforcer dots around him and could have been cornered by the assistant and the guard. Feels like Danny's 233 is the way to go here, but it's so close between the 2 approaches. Very well deserved first map win for Danny here.
Yeah, and we'll see the time difference any second now, but yeah, I'm guessing it should at least be like 20 seconds or so.
I was going to
No,
say that
more, way more
StarTour
than
2.
that. 33-second advantage.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I very much expect we'll see an instant wave. There we go. He's just put it in Discord. Yeah, instant wave from Ob. So that'll be Danny taking our first map here with quite a commanding performance, I guess you'd have to say.
Yep, always a relief for the admin. Shout out to Frode today to see the wave instantly, so no loadings are considered. But yeah, 2.5 minutes for electrocution. That's basically as quick as it gets. Not a lot of approaches to do, but he found the quickest one immediately.
Yeah, like I said, I think the only way he could have even possibly attempted that any quicker would have been to try and catch Athena with a peekaboo into that side room. Just to cut out some of the dragging. That's the only difference. I mean, he still would have wanted to go into the room to get the keycard and stuff anyway, so...
Yeah, I was thinking about it. What would be better? I think the fact that you won't have to drag Athena, if you can nail the peekaboo for the first try, I think that still shaves off a couple of seconds, but basically as good as it gets for Danny. No risk, easy 2 points.
Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, didn't matter. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious as to what we could have seen there, but I think that was, about as good as you're going to get. Like I said, the only way you could, save any time really is if you can just reduce the drag somehow. Yeah, I mean, regardless, excellent performance. And now we're on to Danny's pick as well. So that's the important thing to note there. Yeah, that was Observer's pick, New York. So we're now going on to Danny's choice of Colorado.
Yeah,
not a favorite of Observer, I'm guessing.
As much of New York was the tactical choice of Observer, starting with a map he's really confident on, with a really good win rate. It's the same tactical choice by Danny. Colorado pick, where Observer is yet to win from 2 maps. Danny himself is a big, I want to say a big fan, but of course it's subjective. He's very well on Hokkaido, Colorado as well. It's rare that he rips, and it would take a long and hard spin for him to not do it first try. So yeah, the work has been cut out for Observer.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I guess you never know what happens, especially on a map like Colorado. 4 targets, there's more room for crazy things to happen, I guess you could say. So I still wouldn't say nothing can happen from Obs here. Yeah, not had much luck in the past, but yeah, Colorado is one of those maps, you know. Bring that one back.
Yeah, it's a throwback.
Self-burn. Yeah, and this is ridiculous, by the way, what Danny's showing here, by the way. I'm assuming this is some kind of new-ish, like, say-so strat, but this is just ridiculous. I hate this.
Yep, it's just going to end with the last kill, which will be red, I think. This is the Breacher kill. I don't know anything about these strats. I used to a very little, but didn't watch these, but it's just mesmerizing to see 4 kills under a minute. Of course, it won't happen in roulette, but 4 kills under 6 minutes would still be a mark that has not been crossed before. It's seen by the Canada record. Broken. Wait, was that the late group stages or early in the knockouts? But it's a very recent record.
Yeah, I know the record took a while to be updated, but yeah, it's still very recent. I think it's the second time it got broken by Fanium, right? In RRWC, and then got broke again.
You're right. Yeah, it was it started with Speedster record from RR5, and then Fanium took it against Yanni in the last day of the group stages. And yeah, it had to be after that. The Caneta took it down to 6:05.
Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, like I said, I think now all of our records have been broken. I was, basically, just corrected in Discord the other day. I said about the old Miami one. I think that was the oldest one. Yanni had from like RR3. I want to say that's now being beat. I think.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. I think even was that beaten twice as well, or was that just one? I know Danny has it. I know Danny got like 5 minutes something, which is
there were some close calls for Miami, but I think it's only one time it was beaten by Danny by 2 seconds, which means that the 3 oldest standings records are from last year's World Championship. I think it would be well, I won't be able to manage these in time. I just read the spin instead. Sean Rose, silent shotgun in the suit. Penelope Graves, loud explosive weapon as the explosive specialist. Ezra Burke, fall as a militia spec ops. Maya Pravati, fire as the militia cook.
Yeah, and I guess there's definitely room for things to go wrong here.
Yeah.
The Ezra fall. I mean, I'm going to say people have definitely struggled with any Penelope or Ezra fall kill in the past, because those wandering guards and stuff, it can be quite easy to get seen. The fire on Maya in particular, you'd think probably not too bad. She's definitely the easiest fire kill on this map. But yeah, even the loud explosive on Penelope, I mean, going to want to save that till the end.
Yeah, luckily Sean and Penelope could line up nicely. There is always the option to get Sean in the technician's shed at the middle of the map, but in a hostile disguise, if you don't have to, I think you will be better off just waiting till he's back at the 6-minute mark. And Observer starting with the Molotov, which will be interesting for Maya. The barrel is a really safe and sensible option, but Observer can make it safe as well and quick, and all power to him.
Yeah, nitroglycerin is classed as an explosive weapon, yeah, that's fine. Or, well, loud explosive weapon, that can be used. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing you have to bring onto this map is the silent shotgun. So it's a pretty, unrestricted, well, and the suit, obviously, you have to start suit.
Yeah.
It's a pretty generous loadout here, so they can bring whatever they want. Ops might not even use the Molotov. He might realise it's not the way to go here, but...
I'm curious how Observer will line up for this Maya isolation, because I would say that the best way forward is Danny with the Trank could be approaching the cook and get a disguise by 145 the latest. And yeah, he's going to the canteen area. But I personally like to place a briefcase for Maya to pick it up next to the barrel, but it doesn't really change a lot how you do it. You can get it at the 2-minute mark. A fairly straightforward Maya kill with the cook.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, given the unrestricted, or the fairly open loadout, is Obs brought up Reacher as well to use for that Molotov? Is he going to do double remote, like loud kills at the end, or just some way of setting off that Molotov?
Yeah, I guess we know a lot more now that he picked up a Trank from this one, because the Molly, the Tranquilizer, I don't see a crowbar, but Molly, Tranquilizer, Silence Shotgun, and Silence Pistol are his 4 items, so no place for Breacher indeed.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what Obs has planned with that Molotov. Like I said, he might not use it in the end, or who knows.
He could be, like, of course he has now 2 options where to put Maya, where to KO her, and feel with this side room. It's not the longest drag ever to this box to the left of us, and it shouldn't really be seen. If you don't trigger these 2 old X guards, then I think this is still fine as a non-remote kill, but this is big for Danny.
Yeah, I was going to say, Danny's missed this first fire opportunity he wants to go for here.
And almost turning red, suspicious from above, and maybe losing the EMP. And it's the same moment when Maya is catching, but this is not a restart just yet, because of course a shot on the puddle will work just as well.
Oh, and
she picks up the EMP now. I think that she may call this one. She's going for it. Oh, this is big if he can get the kill on her. Compromised by her. Yeah. Still fine.
Should be fine, yeah. Won't need his EMP back. Yeah, gets his green guns back, so that is good stuff. Little bit scuffed. I don't know if Danny will be happy with that, but managed to get it off without a hitch in the end, so that is... Yeah, he can't complain too much at that one. He is going to be going for a nitroglycerin.
And I say the Observer loadout means that he will also go for a nitroglycerin. Yes, throwback to 2 years, to the World Championship final from 2 years ago. I guess it's a very loadout lenient spin, but both of them going for it is definitely interesting. Yeah, Observer now going for the cook.
Yeah, as I say, I think he might just want to get that fire kill down because it's going to be a risk area, I guess you could say, for Obs. Because if he doesn't want to save that to the end and then go red guns after doing everything else, right? He may as well just get this done now and just see what happens. Or
Actually,
maybe no.
it's going to be the opposite. He's just setting up the disguise for later.
Yeah. I mean, he might just be planning on getting Penelope somewhere and then just dumping her in a box, maybe? I'm not too sure.
No, it's difficult. It's still these 2 loud kills to go. Maya cannot be the exit kill because it's not remote on. It cannot be at the exit.
Yeah.
And Observer also was...
Well, neither can the Penelope one though, right? I mean, unless he's going to have to do it in the basement.
I think that's a bit more realistic to get. I think both will be opening the basement and exiting there, but still the amount of steps that it takes now, Dani has a minute to just drag bodies. And he will actually do the answer kill in time, which... So this will be problematic.
Though, right? Yeah,
well, it's one thing to get a kill.
If Sean sees that body, or if that guy is... Because whoever finds the body is going to take time bagging it up. As Sean's here, right?
This kill won't be settled by the 6-minute mark. And, well, Maya is down, so Sean wasn't delayed. Sean will be here in 40 seconds, and Dani's still alive, but I didn't know.
They might whoosh down here. They're going to see Penelope. They're going to see... Oh, no, that's red guns.
At the same time, the picture-in-picture and Ezra happened, and of course the body being found, but the red guns was from Penelope, and it's a big restart for Dani as Observer.
He's going for a different 4 kill, but...
He's also going to have his problems here because it's 5:52 right now. He's going to be late for Sean. Cannot get the lethal eliminate from. That's non-lethal and maybe hurts from outside, but he needs to get back to Sean. I think he's leaving him behind.
Yeah, I think that might not be her. The guy who normally hears that, right, is the hacker. But he was investigating that bullet, so I'm guessing he should be okay.
Good call. That's exactly what's going to happen. And now Observer has a few second window to get the silent kill there, but he waits until Sean turns around. Sean is very weird here, but Observer gets a crucial KO, and that hacker will be turning key in any second now. But...
Oh my, this is chaos. My heart can't take this. My heart can't take this, guys. Oh my god.
And Observer, after a risky KO on Jag, goes for a risky kill again, and I'm not sure if... I think the hacker isn't gone now, so at least you can't do the second bullet distraction for a panic.
Oh, and is he in a race? Yeah, I was going to say he's in a different race now with the Militia Elite.
Is that elite going?
Oh, this is so scary.
Oh my goodness. Gonna have to be a really quick Jag. I think he's gonna go through this way. The way he bullet distracted, he will turn towards Observer before reaching that point. Oh, I guess not.
No, it definitely could have been an option though, and he's gonna want to get this done really quick.
Well, he had the prompt and then lost it.
Ops, please. There we go. Oh my god. And he will be able to get his Sean kill as well. So he is just going to be left with the loud kills. He's left his shotgun on the stairs. There we go. So Dani back in the cook disguise meanwhile.
I suppose Observer can only worry about one more loud SMG laying at the top of those stairs, but I don't see it being picked up, so he should be fine. I don't know the situation about the explosive specialist, but...
Yeah, I guess the question is, can you put Penelope in a loud area? So his explosive specialist is currently in the point man shed. So and his cook disguise is pretty much at the cook already because he has already taken the cook out.
It's set up there. Oh
so
boy.
I think Obs might if Obs is going to do something here, I think he might be in for a long one. I think he's going to go for this cook kill first.
He has to, and then getting the explosive specialist is a fine disguise. And I think he's saving grace here. I did not think about this one, but as the explosive specialist, you can pick up the nitroglycerin. But he doesn't know about this one. He's going for the risky one. That's the way we did, but...
I thought he was going to get a second one then. I was going to say, you mad.
Yeah, me too. It's not bingo. We did that yesterday. You have to pick up 4 of them, but one is enough, man.
And he is back in his
Oh my
disguise.
god,
Oh my,
the
Obs, come on. Oh my god. That was
Winter
so
Soldier
close.
coming back the exact second for you.
Oh, Obs.
Playing,
Genuinely, I can't take this.
playing with fire, and we are yet to see the fire kill.
Oh my god.
Perimeter guards are not an issue, but the bullet impact to panic them. This is made the situation so much worse again.
Yeah. And they won't come over here to investigate, but yeah, it's
But they will step around the area, and if they step
this is good actually.
steps closer.
He has a trank though. He can trank one and knock out the other. If he has him in that long grass, he might be able to get away with this actually.
I think Observer is doing the right thing here by waiting this one out. The only thing he would do here, the only other thing he would do is just a long range counter, which I guess what is there to lose, I guess.
Yeah,
But
just. Oh dear me, this is scary.
is there a way for a Danny comeback? Because we see now the two bodies laying in the basement, and in a minute and a half, he will see the Sean isolation. He's making good progress with the disguise, but I think if Observer gets the last two kills in the next 3 minutes, should still be fine. I don't see Danny finishing before that.
Oh, I don't like this from Obs. Oh my god, I don't like this at all.
It is fine until the loud kill happens, and then he has to wait until that technician is out of the way, indeed.
I would have. Oh, I don't like any of this.
Yeah, me neither, but it should work out, I guess. Good word on should. There will the body fly. Oh, that's, I think, just about gonna work for him.
And now get the hell out of Dodge. Run away. Oh, Obs. Oh, that was so chaotic. So we already had the explosive specialist, so then it's just going to be a nitroglycerin and an exit in the tornado shelter, which we've already seen him open. So it's looking good for Obs here. I don't think he's got anything that can rip him right now. Everything that's rippable would be in the... Danny lucky with that hacker again, then he lost his enforcer status.
Yeah, he knew that. You can do that with the chest pass in disguise, but...
Yeah. Lucky the second hacker wasn't there, but again, he's going to have timing issues here, you'd say, right? With the... Oh, and he's going to rip anyway.
He's going to have bigger issues than that. Chest passing and restart wouldn't make the difference for this match. If Observer can finish this one, it's one loud kill to go with the possible... Well, you say it's floor hack, ceiling hack. It's being in proximity to the hacker above who still hears you and can compromise you if you're too close, but with the shelter door open, there's really not a lot else to do here.
Yeah, it's looking good for Obs. He'll be literally stood on the exit doors. 12 minutes in-game time. It's going to drag him all the way into this corner.
Throw it from the other corner. It can be a lock on a satisfying last kill.
Yeah, good stuff. That is Obs. We'll be taking our second map. So they've taken each other's maps, which is... always a good start to a match, honestly, because now I wouldn't say either of these guys are going to feel, I don't know, at their best. You always tend to feel best on your own maps. So, yeah, let's see what we go into here with, right? I mean, again, you've already said, Danny, quite the specialist on short maps, and that is what we've got coming up in Dubai.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be really, really exciting parts of the map. Who prepared best for the RNG maps? Danny with such deep knowledge on the whole trilogy, but Observer doing his homework on his deepest run in the tournament. Definitely ready for Dubai as well.
Also, since when did Ops get an animated profile picture there? Just saying. That is snazzy.
Nice sketch indeed, yeah.
Gotta love it. Yeah, so Dubai will be coming up in, I guess, the next 4 minutes or so. We'll have some stats to it with any second now. But yeah, I'm guessing, I can't speak for Danny, but Obs, I'm guessing, has definitely put some practice in on Dubai, right? I'm sure you would probably know. I haven't spoken to him for a few days.
I do know. I think he's fine. Well, it's subjective, but he feels prepared for the first 5. but it's so rare that it would come to the 6th map, which I don't even know off the top of my head. But I don't think Observer will be surprised a lot here. He will be definitely feeling relieved because his main goal was not to get swept, and now it's just first to 4 match, which is even more of a coin flip.
Yeah, well, I know the absolute final map would hypothetically be Whittleton, I think. But yeah, I mean, statistically very unlikely we ever get to that 6th map. Yeah, there's plenty
a lot of photo finishes lately, but it just doesn't seem to fit in within 2 seconds. And on these short maps, which we're about to see, at least 2 of them, the tie is not a possibility simply.
Yeah, and especially, I'm just going to say right now, I don't know who's been paying attention, but I have. But Observer's load times are just absurd. Like, they're literally 0. So he better hope he doesn't get much of a photo finish window here, because he's his PC is almost too good for for this.
Yeah. On some occasions, I don't mind. The longer loading gives me time to think about the spin. The Observer won't have a lot of time to think about anything in that fraction of a second of loading time. It would be funny if it ever came to photo finish and throws
less than 1 second.
0 seconds of loading time.
Yeah, Obs had like 0.7 second loading.
Imagine we bring out the testimonials again. I mean, it's that part of the tournament when can make the difference, and we've seen finals go on because of a 3/10 of a second margin, so you never know how close it can get.
Very true indeed. Yeah, I mean, getting the decimals out is always yeah, that's when you know things are really, really tight up at the top. But yeah, I mean, I would very much expect these guys have the potential. I mean, as you said, we've seen plenty of photo finishes this tournament. I don't know if that's ever been tracked before, how many there's ever been, but it does feel like there's been quite a few. Mainly because most of them seem to go when Throat's the admin, to be honest. He has become quite the photo finish specialist just from the sheer number of times he's had to do it.
We have just the right man for these remaining, potentially up to 3 maps. Realistic to 3, but technically 4. Need to buy, I think, the shortest map of this map pool. It's not a big spoiler. I don't remember Dartmoor or New York. New York has been played. Oh, so there goes my prediction out the window. We did play New York already. Well.
Fine. It's one of those days, my friend.
Yes, I think I better give you the spin again and while I recover from this.
All right, well, here we have our Dubai spin. Anyway, we have Carl Ingram, Electrocution as the maintenance staff, Marcus Stuyvesant, Fiberwire, Event Security. This is a planning race, right? I mean, Obs, weirdly, already had a taser in. Had one smuggled. He's just got rid of it.
Oh, this is absolutely doable. I think Carl Electrocution is one of the few kills which you really want to see along with a quick Marcus, especially maintenance staff. These guys, you will see both of them.
Obs,
very likely going. Oh, I guess he switched it out if you said so.
Yeah, it was in his smuggling. I think he brought a seeker instead.
It is going to make a big difference. But Dani now entering this part of the map with 3 very important chaos, gets over 3 of them by the 22nd mark. And it's just the question, will he do everything here? Mainly the dragging and getting the disguise.
Oh, Obs with a restart as well, or yeah. I'm assuming this guy won't turn. I was going to say, Dani, we've been a bit brave.
I think Dani himself just realized that, I didn't KO this guy yet. Now he did, and we can see Marcus moving now. Dani with a big decision to make here, and he won't go for the card kill first, which may cause the record, but we see that it will very easily win him the map.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, the record's actually nearly up. Honestly, I think the record, Mike has it now, it's like 218, right? It's already not far away.
Yeah, it could be. And honestly, it's not a long run to the maintenance stuff and back to the exit, but Dani, we still have to deal with these 2. The distraction. Yep, that hit into 2 KOs and the last Skype.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, if there was a chance, it's unfortunately lost for Danny now, but I don't think he's going to care. I mean, he already holds like 3 records, right? So I very much doubt he gives, gives any swear words, because I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
more
he's
the
going to mind.
merrier, but yeah.
Winning is going to be his top priority.
Yeah, 218, I can confirm it, which means that once we hit 44.42, which we did now, record is out of reach.
Danny nearly ran into his own electric puddle there, but smartly took a last-minute side step. And there he is at the exit, and he will be taking map 2. Obs just had a replan as well. Couldn't quite get things going, unfortunately, Obs there, but I mean, again, not to self-burn, but Dubai really is one of those maps where you have to think quick, and you have to play quick as well.
Really convincing win by Danny.
Yeah, you have to play quick and perfect as well when you're playing against Danny. So, yeah, excellent map from Danny, and yeah, exceptionally quick. I mean, we had like 4 minutes wait for that map to start, and the map took less time than that, which is always good. And now we wait again, and then we're off to Hokkaido, which is another map actually that's had a new record, I believe.
Yeah,
in the past few days.
2 nights ago, or maybe 3 now, I can't really count, but yeah, Mika took down that really famous / infamous 3-way tie.
Yeah, I think did he beat it by about something like 40 something seconds as well?
A
right?
huge amount, yes.
46, I think.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff from Mika there. And it was against the former record, or one of the former record holders, I believe, as well. I think that came against Pidgey.
Yep, indeed.
Which, yeah, I mean, 239 is the new record, which is just crazy quick.
It's funny how it changed categories, because I feel like the 325 was always a doable margin. Like with the right spin, I think a lot of players would have had a shot at tying it or beating it. But now that it's beaten by 46 seconds, the 239 is... you will really need a lucky spin, and you will really need to be one of the few Hokkaido specialists to be rigged it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing he could have made that much quicker was if it was... So the spin, for anyone who hasn't seen, it was Shotgun Surgeon for Eric Sodas and Yuki Neck Snap Resort Security. I mean, I guess you'd basically need that to be like a bodyguard instead of a security, right? That's pretty much the only way it's going to get any quicker. Yeah,
it's like one of the dream scenarios. Just such a quick spin, and you had to do it first try, and I think Danny will show it right now that there are some early Yuki isolations which can be finicky depending on these 2 guards, and that is a lockdown, but they don't care, luckily. Man. It's almost as we have a spin going already. Still 2 minutes before that.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I don't want to see anything record breaking here. I kind of want to challenge these guys. Let's see something that's going to make them work for it. Or at least that's my opinion. I'm sure Obs and Danny definitely won't agree with me, but
no, they won't.
I want them to work for these points.
See, I wonder what could be challenging at this point, because I think the final barrier was the falling object for Yuki, but he does the sushi lure, of which there is a several page-long document by Gregory. Yeah, I think basically you have the solution for that. But
yeah, I mean, Hokkaido has the end game. You can always go sauna as well for anything else that's too awkward, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's really not being used lately, and I definitely overuse it, but I think others underuse it. If it's above a certain threshold of awkwardness, I think going for the safe 4.5 in first try is never bad.
Yeah, for sure. I agree completely. I am a sauna enthusiast, although, as you say, it is less effective nowadays. With the ever-changing meta. I mean, and the 2 guys we're watching right up there with people who are helping change that meta. I mean, Obs alone.
Oh yeah.
Just keeps coming up with all these crazy things that just work because he's that guy. It's lovely to see, I'll be honest. But yeah, this is why probably we're seeing records just beaten left, right, and center, right? I mean,
yeah, so many records. I don't know how many throughout the tournament, but 10 wouldn't be surprising to see, more than half the net pool. And still, of course, the biggest matches are yet to come. Of course, the pressure will be higher, but the spin times may still get lower. 4 spin is here. Eric Soder's silent sniper rifle as the VIP patient Jason Portman. Yuki Yamazaki injected poison as patient. Well, quite quick, apart from the fact that how do you get Jason second? Probably as the patient.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I think if you stay in the patient disguise, you can, if you walk up to him, he'll like follow you, right? He claims you look like, you're copying his look of him copying Helmut Kruger's look.
Yeah, just shut up. And I'm not being mean to you, but reciting his lines, and Observer going for the immediate patient grab, which will allow him to get him on the gondola if he's quick enough. Don't know if he has an item for it. Snare would be really useful here and would give him, I think, a slight lead ahead of Danny, who just started suit and going for the patient after the delay.
Yeah, Danny looks like he might be slightly, I don't know, maybe slightly lost, having an extra think here. And
when I see ThatObserver, he's going to do the usual, dropping the item, and then with the lead pipe, he uses the 3 KOs, the all so important 3 KOs, but it's going to be 2 here, and the last one is the poison.
I was going to say, I very much hope he remembers not to do this last KO.
You don't listen to me.
I was going to say, if you're channeling energy to him, I need to make sure he ignores that last part. Oh, that was a little bit scary there, but no, all good.
That head turn could have gone either way, yeah.
Yeah, and he should have more than enough time to go meet Portman. Portman probably hasn't even completed the full loop yet.
Yeah, he should be around these stairs.
I think he should. Well, I think he'll be about the security room, like outside.
And the distance. Oh, but here's the difference. Yeah, Danny already made him sick, and that is the quicker grab. We were thinking how to grab this disguise, and Danny has found a way, and will be already going to the morgue.
Yeah, and this is going to be quicker for Danny, right? Assuming nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. I guess it's not a huge assumption that he will be chest passing from here. Not a lot of enforcers to dodge, because not a lot of NPCs around in the first place.
Yeah, and Obs has made Portman sick now, but yeah, that extra time he's losing here is crucial. Danny could have saved a little bit of time if he'd have used the garage smuggle instead of the morgue, but that's not anything too crazy.
I think so too. If Observer were to go garage for the pickup, I think we may go back to single digits or some quite close photo finish, but it's still first try versus first try on PC, and Observer with the microscopic loads. I think Danny is indeed just one shot away from winning this match.
Yeah, Obs is going to need a rip here. Oh, and he gets a first-time shot as well. Even takes the cams, swaps to the bodyguard, and it just has a short run now to the snowmobile. And yeah, this is Danny's going to take the final point. Well, I mean, it might still be in photo finish range technically, but it's going to be like the high 40s, I guess, right?
It ended up being a bit more distant than I imagined. He does have the garage pickup, but they are running there and hiding the body, deleting the evidence.
Yeah, that extra time Danny took to well, it's not even extra time, I guess, in the end, but yeah, the time he took to get Portman isolated straight away, clearly a massive advantage.
Yeah, that was the key for this Hokkaido.
Yeah, I mean, Obs really isn't too far behind, honestly, considering what I was expecting. But if it's going to be in photo finish range, it's going to be at the absolute max, and his load times are non-existent. So there you go. Yeah. It's called just before he can reach the exit. So I'm guessing Throat must have waited the 47 seconds regardless. So Observer, unbelievable performance still, like was never far behind on any of these maps, like literally less than 60 seconds on all the maps. And just Danny on his day, excellent performance from him, as one has come to expect. He's pretty cracked, that dude, winning RRWC last year and R9 you would come to expect that he's pretty good, that kid, you know?
Absolutely. Probably the best player remaining in the winners bracket. Probably that was the case beforehand, but yeah, that's a nice team actually between the middle two maps. Sorry, Colorado with calm and collected observer beating Dani, who had those recurring rips. But the same happened in Dubai, where Dani's first try was enough, more than enough against observer who couldn't really get going. And yeah, New York and Hokkaido, observer quick, but Dani quicker.
Yeah, and that should now. I think Throat's probably had enough time to send those results. So I'm just going to quickly go and check out our brackets, which are currently looking at the wrong thing. I do not need the group standings anymore. We've moved on. Yeah, there we go. It is confirmed. That is DaniButa. He'll be moving on to winners bracket round 4, where he's going to face Mika. And then, if I can remember how to do this, if I just scroll down, we can see Observer will now go on to face Cakeinator, who was last year's other finalist, right? He played Dani in the final, I want to say, so that should be a hell of a game as well as Dani v Mika. I mean, all of these games now, we're at that point in the tournament, honestly, where you're seeing so many crack games. I mean, look at this lower bracket. You've got Throat and Fanium, Buff and Zerun, ThatObserver and Cakeinator. We've got to lose 3 of those guys, and yeah, I mean, kind of crazy to even pick any of those names.
Yeah, we're going to lose all but a few of them in the next. We have, of course, 2 weeks until the final and extra day. So yeah, a week from now, half of these people will be eliminated, and we'll be looking at the final 6, and so many big names are down the winner bracket. So many newcomers, I guess the 2 rookies and Mika, who started this year, are dominating the winner bracket. So it's a interesting difference between the experience down here and Dani getting stuck with the new guys up there.
Yeah, the winners bracket is insane right now. GK, TimeCube, Dani, and Mika. I mean, I think going in, and I don't mean any disrespect to any of these guys because they've been unbelievable, even after the group stages. But I think right at the start of the tournament, if you had to pick, the winners bracket round 4,
no one.
Yeah, well, Dani, I guess, would probably have been in there, but yeah, there's plenty of names dropped from this winners bracket that you'd, I guess, normally expect to see there, and that just again shows how crazy the standards have gone in roulette now. It's amazing to see.
Yeah. I think every prediction is now out of the window except for, of course, anyone can still win it, but Hans McGee's made a prediction predicting Punk to win it all, and that seems like the best shot at this point.
I was going to say he's on track. Yeah, I mean, it's going well for GK. It's got to be said. He's playing very well.
Yeah, otherwise it's just madness in the brackets.
I'll have a quick look at what games we have already scheduled in as well. There's a few. We've got 3 games coming up. We have Throat versus Fanium, Hokkaido and Haven Island, as well as potentially 4 others. That is tomorrow at 8 p.m. CET. We've got Chromex versus the Reaper 47, Marrakesh and Miami. That is Tuesday, 22nd of November at 11 p.m. CET. And then we have that game we were just talking about, GK versus TimeCube. That is Berlin and Scale, Thursday, 24th at 8 p.m. CET. And there's probably going to be some more added to this list as well, because there's still a few games to be scheduled. There's a few, well, someone says in chat there's 16 matches left, which sounds about right. So we'll see plenty more scheduled. But yeah, info, closing words.
Just a match worthy of round 3 of 2 players who are well within the top 10 of this year's World Championship and just, in fact, of the community in terms of roulette. And yeah, Dani will keep his double dreams well alive, but Observer still has plenty of great stuff in the low bracket waiting for him. Great match.
Yeah, not much to add. Yeah, absolutely incredible game. And yeah, a 6-2 scoreline almost doesn't show it. That's all I can say, honestly. Like that feels like it was down to the wire, regardless of what the final score shows, because the performances were just so close. I guess that'll do us for this evening. Throat, my friend, thank you very much for adminning this one for us. Info, thank you for joining me as always.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, we'll catch you guys for the next one.